Hey everybody, we are here with day 11, Junk Journal Round Robin, the collaborative creative challenge that myself, Cindy at Studio Lou, and Mary Ellen over at Red Parrot are all creating this month. So be sure and check out the hashtag JJ Round Robin to see what everybody else is up to. Day 11 is here. So first I wanted to kind of show you guys how these things turned out. I sewed around them. I really like this one. I just kind of went a little crazy with it. So there you go. There's that. And so moving on, day 11. This one is from Mary Ellen. And she's got us in a pizza package, which is kind of cool. And some map washi that's kind of cool. Come on. Well, let's see what she's got us. She has us a box, and it's the box from her Inktense calendar. She participates in the Inktense Advent calendar. Inktense is little inks, so this is the Inkvent calendar, a chunk of it. So we have that to work with. And then Cindy has got us a little package in brown wrapping. And she has us I don't know what this is. It's plasticky, and it's a basket with flowers. And I do know, I have seen Mary Ellen, I think Mary Ellen has the other half of this with the cat on it. Mary Ellen's the cat person of the group, so that worked out well. So now I've got to figure out what to do with some flowers and some basket. I'm just picking the staples off of this brown paper because we might need to use it. So this is, like I said, it's plastic. This is wintry, but I wonder if you would really be able to tell how wintry it was if you broke it down, you know? Let us see here. I'm just wondering. I'm feeling like I need some Tim Holtz people. Because of the whole black and white thing. So let me see what I got. I'll pull out my Tim Holtz people and see. Now the good thing is this is like a sturdier cardboard. So I don't know that I want to play around with the little tabbies. Maybe not. We'll see. But I do want to. That's not working out so well. Because it never does when I try to tear things. Let's see if we can work with this one that doesn't have snowflakes on it. And this one doesn't have snowflakes on it. There's all sorts of gunk on my blade. I need to change it out. This one doesn't have snowflakes on it. Not that I'm opposed to snowflakes. I'm just not working on a winter scene right now. This has snow on it, but it could be mainly white if we really got after it. That one's pretty snowy. I could work with this one. Those are two very snowy. I could work with, Okay, I've got 3 or 4 different ideas going on in my head right now. So let me see here. Let me see. Let me just break this down to where I can function with it. What about, thinking about these things here. What about, probably shouldn't have pulled the tabbies off, but let's see here. What about, okay. He's kind of climbing out of it. That's kind of funny looking. Let's see. Keep on digging, Chill. See what you got. Let's see if we can have... I'll just set that aside for a minute. Oh, that one's kind of torn. I'm just piddling and playing right now. I'm not quite sure what's going on. Just breaking this down. My thought process is if I break it down far enough, then I'll have to do something with it. Let us do this. I'm thinking we could probably do some sort of shaker card with this. Maybe. I can't wrap my brain around to make it come together. I'm struggling here. Maybe they need to go on after. I wonder if I had some acetate. Let's see what I've got. See what I've got. See what I've got. Ah, I have something that might work. Okay, think, Shell, think. Okay, well, that timing was pretty good. I got a phone call, and so while I was on the phone, or while I was away from the phone, I sewed these. So I wouldn't have to sew them on camera with you guys. So what I've done is I've got this cardboard piece, and then I've got a piece of the clear acetate, and then I've got a piece of Cindy's fun stuff layered in there. I've got them all sewed around except for these ends. And then, so now I'm going to trim them up. And then we'll make little shaker cards out of them. And then we'll add our Tim Holtz people. And see what we've got going on. And I'll probably back them. Well, I mean, I guess I really need to because this is plastic, so I will need to back them. Okay, so we have these two cards, and we have scraps all over the place. Let's see what we can do with that. And then, now we need to decide what we want to put in the shaker. I have quite a variety, and I'm kind of thinking that these two, maybe they're star-crossed lovers, and we can do some hearts. Let's see what that does for us. I don't know. I'm just, piddling around. The trick is going to be getting into where we need to get into. So we need to go between the clear and between the plastic. Okay. So we are in there. Do a shaky shake of the hearts. What else do we want in there? How about some silver stars? Okay. Now this is probably going to be too staticky to really make them shake, but that's okay. Now I'm going to sew this up before we get stuff everywhere. At least get us a first capture. maybe I got a little obsessive about making sure that we're all in the clear. Oh, okay. But I've got us, I think we won't go nowhere. I think I've got a good seal on everything. Okay. And we'll do the same thing for these guys. Ooh, stars are everywhere. Oh, not good. Not good, Shell. Well, we're just going to have to waste those, because I'm not going to pick them. Okay. Let me give us a good sewing here. Make sure these are sealed. Yeah, maybe a little much, but that's okay. So let's contain these before we spill them again. I don't do well with shaky stuff because they end up everywhere. It's quite a bit, but it's just collateral damage, I suppose. Again, shaky cards aren't my forte. Okay, so we have these two. They have some shaky going on in them. And I want to back them. I wonder if this is going to be too thick. That would be awfully thick. But that's not going to work because I need it to be... The purpose of backing them is to kind of leaning over, trying to find something I can work with. I wonder if I can work with that. Yeah, we're going to work with that. Okay. Now I got to decide if I'm okay if I think I'm okay if like you can see the strings, I'm okay with that. Just adds a little bit more to it. Ooh, this plastic stuff, I don't know if it's going to stick down. Now, you gotta remember, I haven't, the only thing that's holding these layers together is where I've sewed around the little windows, so I'm gonna plunk this down here. And a little bit of that image is showing through right there. I'm not too worried about that. I probably should have glued the cardboard to the acetate and all that first, but we're just gonna hold it for a minute because it's gonna want to slide around with that plastic, so we'll just hold it for a moment. And we'll do the same thing for this guy. And let's see. I'm going to scoot him over here. Press him down. Actually, I'm going to scoot him a little more here. Now, the weld bond should hold this pretty good. It should. Just going to take a minute to grab hold because, like I said, the plastic is really kind of slick, so it's going to want to slide around a little bit. And I'm going to have to, I can either sew this cardboard down. That's probably what I need to do because of the acetate and all that in between it. Let's do this. Let's cut this down to size. That back in our scrap. Let's see if I can cut around this. What are you getting hung up on there, sir? Oh, come on. They're not my best scissors for that kind of stuff, but okay. I need to sew around them one more time. I don't need these guys on here. I'm just going to sew around the edge to kind of make sure I'm good and sealed. Ooh, wake up. What is the deal here? That didn't sound good at all. My bobbin wanted to act up, so let's try that again. Try it again. Try it again, Sam. Okay. You did pretty good, little sewing machine. cut through all that. Pretty good, pretty good. Okay, now let's do this one. Bobber's acting up. Probably because I'm running low on it. Maybe I can get the rest of it. Almost there. We did it, and we played chicken, and we won because my bobber is out of yarn. So there we go. Not very pretty, but that's okay. Nobody says we have to be pretty, right? Okay, let me stop using these scissors for a little while. They're being all wonky on me. And then let's see if we can piece these together. Do I want something more with them? Let's see, in my little stash of stickers. Oh, I have hearts. I was thinking if there's like something more. That's interesting. It's kind of fancy for him, but let's see. I don't think there's anything in our scrap box that really would add to the situation. There's that, but I think that's a little much. And I think we can do that. Or does it take away from the shaky if I do that? I don't know. I think I need something. Wonder if... Yeah, I don't think I need to change people. I just was thinking if there was a Because this is kind of fancy for him, but I'm not too concerned about it. I just think that I just think that it goes. Okay, is there anything? No, those really don't go. No. I think that's what I want to do. I know it don't make a whole lot of sense, but and the only reason why it doesn't make a whole lot of sense per se is because it's all kinds of fancy for him. It's not really all that fancy for her. But it is for him, but that's okay. If we're going with the story that we're telling, that they're star-crossed lovers, then it's okay to be a little fancy when you're in love, right? It's okay to be a little fancy when you're in love. I could have wrapped that around, but I didn't want to. I'll put it on my lamp and we might use it for something else. Who knows? Okay, mister. Figure out where you go. Figure out where you go. I'm going to have to trim the strings. They keep hanging up on me. Nope. Scoot you over just a little. Try to get you centered. Not really, but he sits better on this card than she does, but that's okay. We'll overlook that. Scoot, scoot, scoot. Okay. Let's trim a little of these while we let that glue sit for a minute. Okay, now I wonder if I can round my corners. I'm thinking it may be too, yep, it's too thick for that. So what we're going to do is just do a little snip of the corner. Yeah. It's amazing what that does, how it changes the appearance of something when you round the corners or snip the corners. Makes it look like a whole different card. Okay. Well, that came together better than I initially thought it was going to. Okay. I'm going to clean this up a little bit and put it in our scraps because this is good backing. Well, and that tree's kind of cool too. I'm going to keep this backing. And I think I'm going to toss this. Yep. And then I'm going to keep these little tabs. They might come in handy. And I'll keep these little pieces and the scrappy doos. And I think that concludes day 11. Get all my little people back together. They're a little crowded up in here, but that's okay. I need to go through these and get rid of some of them because I don't particularly care for using the kids. And I think that's what I've got a lot of, so I need to... Anyways, aside from that, we have 2 Star-Crossed Lover shaker cards. They're not really shaky, but, you know, they move around in there enough. There you have it. Little journal cards. Thanks for joining me day 11 for Junk Journal Round Robin. Be sure and check out Cindy over at Studio Lou and Mary Ellen over at Red Parrot and see what everybody's doing. The hashtag is JJ Round Robin if you want to search for us by that. And we will see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.